Last night, we got an announcement for the upcoming campaign, which is going to wind up being a Namek Saga campaign, guys. And just so there is no confusion, yes, this is a confirmed thing. Yes, this is what is going to happen. And this here confirmed it for us. They put out these images like this saying that a new character is going to get an equip. And they always use the character's actual background art. According to you Twitter/Dragon Ball Legends detective, should I say X? You guys figured out that this was for none other than Yellow Final Form. There he is. Yellow Final Form Frieza. You see the shattering effect and stuff like that. That is the same effect that they are using here. So this guy is getting an equip. So that does confirm for us that, again, this is going to be a Namek Saga campaign. And this is really, really hype because Frieza Saga was one of the original tags to get fleshed out in the game. They actually gave us a number of characters that had a Frieza Saga based Z ability back in a time where Z abilities were not very good, unfortunately, but they do have these as options. So unlike the Majin Buu Saga campaign, it is going to be so much easier to build a cohesive team, and I'm excited about that. And so with that being said, I wanted to go through this and throw some crazy ideas for things that I would like to see happen for this campaign. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Today's video like goal is going to be 800. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. It does show support for the channel. And let me know in the comments down below what you are looking forward to with this campaign. Is it going to be a new character, a hopeful Ultra character, a Zenkai for a pre-existing character, Zenkai level 2? Is that a thing? No, maybe one day, but not today. In before, right? So what are you looking for? I hope you guys enjoy. The first thing I'm going to say is this is sorted by order received, and I got all these characters when they first came out. And so I'll actually say that this actually is a lot more cohesive than I thought it would be. Like, I pulled up Ginyu, right, for the Z ability thing. These free guys have those too. Wow, it's gonna be so much easier to just build a decent team. I'm not saying you would use these guys, you know, even though I think they have a decent boost. I'm not saying you would use them, but when you get the new character, hopefully, and you maybe get the new Ultra, and you need to throw those Z abilities in on the bench, some of these characters are gonna be really nice. And now the first thing I want to mention is this guy. So he already got a Zenkai. He already got an awakening for his equip. He got his awakening for his equip so early in the process that it's terrible. And unfortunately, he's in a really weird spot. So he is going to need a very powerful equip to come out to really, really make him amazing again. His stats are still amazing by being a transforming character, an LF transformer at that. Look at that blast attack. My God. But where characters like him fall short is that they're not going to have some of the main effects that newer characters have. Just for reference, look how many traits this guy has. Nearly none. So you would pull up of any new character, they're going to have 15 of them, right? So that's an example of kind of what these older characters are missing. So if you love this guy, I hope that he gets an equip to make him amazing again. So that's the first thing I want to say because he is the most influential character that we ever got from this grouping. Next, speaking of equips, this guy does have an equip, so he doesn't need that. His actually is pretty solid on a full Saiyan team, I guess. But anyway, are we going to see a Zenkai? Will they give us an Ultra Zenkai? That could open the floodgates to some nonsense, so I kind of don't want to see it. But I do want to see it, to be fair, for the free characters. And no, he is not the only free Ultra from this arc. The Vegeta is also here. So this would be... I need to finish this guy. This would be really, really cool to see these guys get Zenkais. I don't want to see Ultras get them ultimately, but these older characters that are free, because apparently they refuse to give another free Ultra. So if that's the case, I would love to see this guy get a Zenkai. There's so much they can do with these guys and make them so much better. Even like little tweaks that would be really, really impactful. For example, he has a strike knockback, but like it doesn't combo into anything. I don't know if they can fix that with it's probably the animation and how it resets, but little things like that they can probably change and make better for these characters. Overall, Vegeta is a pretty solid character though. He does right here plus 20% damage by allied Frieza Saga characters. He also shortens his sub count. He's got some support stuff going on. He can make whatever new character they drop super duper powerful. And for Goku, his green card being a combo starter that I believe doesn't even give ki, and I know for a fact doesn't nullify cover change, is criminal. Yeah, look at this. Randomly draws at most 2 cards when you have 3 or fewer, does a debuff, combos into every damn thing, but it needs to give ki and it needs special cover null. Do it! Do it! Do it! Yugi. All right, so that is the most important things I want to see. Next, because Krillin got a Zenkai, why have they not yet Zenkai the Gohan that came out alongside him? Quick throw I want to see is a Gohan Zenkai there. That could work really well. Also, speaking of free character Zenkais, Ginyu. Red Vegito got a Zenkai, and Ginyu and Red Vegito and I think Red Broly were the only characters that came out in that style of event that we got as free playable characters, where we had that 50 or 100 stage event. They don't do those anymore, that tower style event, and this character came from there. So I don't know how accessible his Zenkai would be. It might wind up being hard to get like Android 21's because it's tied to a specific event. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, this is awesome, and it would be really, really cool to see, especially if they decide to give us some sort of like, dude, could you imagine? I haven't really got to new characters yet. Could you imagine if we get like a freaking Burter and Jace like tag EX, and then we get an assist Jason and Captain Ginyu, or we get Captain Ginyu as like an LF character. I'm not gonna do an LF. They gotta save it for something else. I mean, if this campaign is like the Majin Buu Saga one, where they're gonna do it for a couple of months, they can afford to put out some fun stuff like that. I would love it, man. But like Captain Ginyu with body change would be amazing. Speaking of body change, give this man a Zenkai too, so he can just fit into his team. By the way, underrated thing about him, one of the only characters in the game that actually holds a green card. It's probably less than 5, so still a very unique character for that. This guy's getting his own equip, so I don't really have comments on him. Now, I want to throw some ideas for some new characters we could get. First and foremost, I'm looking at this and I am noticing that we only have what? We only have one? What? And he's an EX? We have 2, excuse me. What? Remake this. This needs to be a thing. Do it over. Fused with Nail Piccolo. What? How do we only have this guy? This isn't even it, right? It is. Oh my god. We need at least a sparking of Fused with Nail Piccolo. I don't understand how that just completely flew under the radar. Shout out to Nail, who was an insane character when he came out, Purple EX Nail. And also Hero Nail with his Z ability, I guess. So that is one thing I would like to see. I already threw out there the Ginyu. I want to throw out some more tag ideas. Now, I already threw out there some tag ideas, but man, would a tag Zarbon and Dodoria would be amazing, dude. So I wonder if they're just completely done with assists. It kind of feels like it. We haven't got one in like, what, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. So I don't know if they would do that. We do have an example of an EX tag character with Gohan and Trunks. So I don't really know what the plan is with that, but still a double, character like that would be really cool. There's so many opportunities for doubles here. For example, Gohan and Krillin, like I mentioned them earlier. What about them in the early parts where before they start fighting Frieza and they're just kind of patrolling Namek, like that scene where Gohan goes crazy when he meets Dende and who was it? Was it Cargo? Was it Dende's like brother or whatever? Anyway, when that Namekian dies and all that stuff, all of that, right? So that could be really, really cool too. There's so much potential here. And I actually, like I said, really love that some of these characters still exist and do have potential to either get a Zenkai or be used in a meaningful way. I wanted to highlight this guy here because he could actually be a sleeper character if he gets any of that stuff. He has a increase for strike attack. It's only the Sun family, but he also does have the Frieza Saga Z ability. He also has extra damage against purple while taking reduced damage against purple. This guy came out like directly after Tag Goku and Vegeta, the Super Saiyan Blue variation. And like, it was really funny because they put him out and it's like, okay, well, he's clearly made to exist in their space, right? Because he's trying to deal with them. But this actually could age insane. Like if he gets an update and he gets like some good damage inflicted, this could be an insane effect to help him stave off those purple characters. He would just rip through them. So this guy has a ton of potential. Could we potentially see our first ever Zenkai for a revived character, right? First one, right? So that could be cool too. Back to new characters, excuse me. I would like to see another free team because that's already the thing. Actually, you could say we probably have too many of those. I would like to see a free team though that's not minions, man. I don't want to see a minion team. I want to see another free team that's like something like, like it could be Frieza Force, but you would just do like what Kui and Zarbon and Dodoria, like that type of team. I don't want it to be a minion based team. and you could do something like that and make it work. I'm sure you'd have to pull some side characters or maybe some other characters like Ginyu or whatever and put them on that team, but I think you could do that. I would like to see them be more loose with that, man. They are very regimented with the teams that they build, and I would like to see them be a little bit more loose with that, because stuff like that, like I said, Ginyu is technically a part of the Frieza Force. He could be on a team like that if they wanted to do it. Next, I want to also highlight who's the Ultra. So if it's Frieza Saga, you know what I just thought of? We could get a Frieza Saga campaign where we have the crying Vegeta as part of a revive animation for Goku or something. No, it would have to be Krillin. It would have to be the Krillin explosion. If it's gonna be Super Saiyan Goku, it's gotta be the Krillin explosion. Yeah, oh, I hate that scene so much as a Krillin fan, but I could just imagine that being so good in the game. That transformation, him going crazy, like it reminded me of SDR Goku from Dokkan. Oh my God, he was so cool when he came out. Dude, we could see something like that and that would be amazing. I'd be all in for it. But yeah, Vegeta, I would like to see integrated some way. I want to see a Vegeta character release because there's this thing that, you know, that people have been saying for like a couple of years now, that they always do Vegeta characters in August. And I've been telling people for a while now that that's not on purpose. I promise it's not on purpose. I asked about that and they were like, oh, we didn't even know we were doing that. Anyway, but I want to see it happen again, just to keep the meme alive. So a new Vegeta would be awesome. That could be really, really cool. And just aside from having him being the crying Vegeta or whatever, Vegeta's actually pretty damn cool in that arc. Like Vegeta, before that happens, before he realizes, you know, the situation and all that stuff, for the early portion of Namek and all that stuff, he is a badass, dude. So I would love to see them pull some Vegeta stuff and make it happen, whether it's the LF or an Ultra. I don't know. I'm really hopeful, though, in terms of what they could potentially do. But I think at the end of the day, one of those two characters will wind up being a Frieza. And so, I'll leave this to you guys from here. What variation of Frieza would you like? What scene, what moment of Frieza, etc.? I want to have all you guys answer that. One of those characters will be that. Now, I think because Frieza is so prominent throughout this arc, they could pull a Frieza from any damn where, right? They could pull a Frieza from any part of that story, and it would be really, really cool to see them make a character on it. It could be second form. It could be like a transforming third to go to final form. Like, they could do so much, because Frieza fights in all those damn forms versus everybody. With Goku, Goku's got like some Kaioken, a little bit of base, I guess early on, prior to Kaioken when he first pops up and all that stuff. But Goku, you're going to want to depict Goku as a Super Saiyan, most likely. So, like, I feel like there's less intrigue with what they could do with Goku. Don't get me wrong, it would be really cool, but I think there's less intrigue because we already know what they're going to probably do. I mean, look at all the Namek Gokus on the screen right now. They're all Super Saiyan except for one. So, there's that. And also, in terms of, oh, this could be a really cool one to redo, too. Ah, this could be so cool. This could be a really cool, like, LF animation. Oh, man, I want to see it now. All right, like I said, answer down below what you guys want to see for the Frieza Saga campaign. I'll see you all in the next one. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up for sure. Remember the like goal, 800, and scan that QR code when you get the chance.